Tonight, one of the biggest matches is about to take place. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. In your opinion, who will win this mega fight, Canelo or Crawford?
It was cool, if they don't got me number one, then that's their opinion, but I still rank myself number one pound for pound in the world.
What a huge!
One day you like, all right, I hit my ceiling. Then there's a ceiling after that. You break through this ceiling and you're like, oh man, there's another ceiling up there. Let me go try to break through that.
Is that last ceiling Canelo Alvarez?
That means big fights are being made. Guys are coming together. They're saying, screw the politics, screw the promoters, screw everything. Let's make it happen.
I said before, the big, talented man will always beat the small, talented fighter. But Terence Crawford is not small.
Sitting on the ropes and shaking his head is not how we want to end this fight, Ella. Oh! Crawford gets up! My oh my! What a shot!
I feel great. I never smoked, I never drank, so my body is well preserved.
Does anyone really look at Bud Crawford and his recent performances and think in any way? Lexus looks shot, like to do his reflex, he's slipping. Nothing about that is true. It's
To the head and the body and down!
I do what's necessary to get the job done and secure a victory.
Bud Crawford is one of the best I've ever seen don the gloves. Razor sharp reflexes, counters, and a childlike joy when it comes to hurting his opponent.
I'm not going to say he's just as good as Floyd Mayweather. I'm not saying that. But he has some of the same traits. Defensively,
Terence Crawford's brilliance isn't just in his skill, it's in his intelligence. His seamless ability to switch stances mid-fight makes him a nightmare for opponents, forcing them to constantly adapt to completely different styles in the same match.
If he's switching back and forth, he's trying to figure out. But once he stays in that southpaw stance for 2 or 3 straight rounds, he got you.
He's digging in his ass every round. Beating his up, beating down. I'm big.
He is in the hurt business. Breaks you down, he unlocks the key, and he gets rid of you.
So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him, I'm a threat to his legacy. He gave in and we started training like that, and something that was natural to me.
Converted southpaws, we've all seen Oscar, Marvin Hagler. But I've never seen a guy as dangerous from either side who doesn't favor either side. That's different.
2 different rhythms, 2 different angles. But Bud was able to make them one and could switch in the blink of an eye, turning his opponent's hesitation into opportunity, and that opportunity into domination.
I think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits.
Crawford is the best fighter in the sport.
Once he got touched, Bud turns into a different animal in that ring, and he's hard to deal with. He's pretty much a savage once he gets touched, and you can't stop him.
Crawford's greatness lies in the fact that he doesn't just fight with skill, he fights with intelligence. His ability to switch stances seamlessly makes him a nightmare for opponents.
Canelo's stronger and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Yeah. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit. Clean. Yeah. So really, that's the difference.
I'm always in shape. I never take anything for granted, and I never go in a fight not prepared. So we 110% prepared.
Terence Bud Crawford is absolutely one of the most talented boxers in the world today, and he is undoubtedly the most accomplished American boxer actively competing. The 37-year-old Crawford is a 4-division world champion, having won championships at lightweight, junior welterweight, and junior middleweight. His record stood at a perfect 41-0, those victories with 31 of them coming by way of knockout. Crawford has been competing at the championship level for more than 11 years.
Pound for pound, #1, going up against #1. 2 top the former pound for pound, 5 pound for pound guys going at it. That is a can't miss fight.
For 37 years old, he's training like he's 25. I don't think there would be no problem at all.
Canelo Alvarez admitted that Jaron Boots Ennis has been a crucial part of his training camp. Ennis's blistering speed, accuracy, and relentless pressure were brought in to help mirror Crawford's style.
Why do you think Crawford's going to beat him? because Crawford could find people to fight like Canelo, who is amazing. Canelo has just, oh my God, like he evolved. I saw how he evolved defensively and everything. I just don't think and I think Crawford is just as fast as Crawford as far as movement is concerned. And so a little step ahead. I think it's going to be Mayweather Canelo Part 2. That's what I think.
Years ago, Canelo trained with Boots' brother while preparing for another dangerous opponent. Now, history has come full circle as the younger Ennis steps in, adding a new twist to Canelo's preparation. Meanwhile, boxing legend Bernard Hopkins has openly sided with Crawford, believing that while weight could be a factor, Crawford still has all the tools needed to outbox Canelo.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel like I had a chance, and the fight wouldn't be made if the people didn't think I had a chance. So that's why it's one of the biggest fights, in the last decade, that could be lined up.
It's a great opportunity. It's a great chance for the team, man, to show them, how hard we've been grinding in the gym and how hard we've been grinding for all the years to get to this point. I'm excited. I know Terence is excited. I know the rest of the team is excited. It's going to be a landslide. It's going to be a landslide. People probably get upset at me because they think I'm disrespecting Canelo. I'm not. I just know what my heart is going to do.
This is the best Canelo we're going to see in 20 years of career, and we're going to show it on Saturday.
Terence Crawford with his new physique, the big muscles. What was your immediate reaction?
Nothing. Muscles for me doesn't mean anything. I fought before with bigger guys. It means nothing. But when I saw that, you realize he make a good training camp, and that made me happy because it's gonna be a good fight.
Well, it's the fight that everybody's wanted, and we rarely get that anymore. So we have an undefeated guy against a guy who's been, the face of boxing for an awful long time. He's been in every big fight, a lot of big fights for the past 10, 12 years. And so now we're getting them together, even though there is a division in weight, and of course Crawford's moving up. So, but this is what everybody wanted, and it's rare in boxing we get that anymore. So I think it's great for the institution to have this at Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play with 55, 65, 70,000 people, however many show up. This is just a huge, huge event for boxing. So it's great to happen, and it's great that it's happening in Las Vegas where so many other big fights have taken place.
So the first thing I'll say is I think they're both phenomenal fighters. One of the best fighters. Both are some of the best fighters that will ever be in boxing, period. And that being said, I think Canelo should win just based on the fact that he's the bigger fighter. I think a bigger, great fighter will be a smaller, great fighter. I think, they both were arguably number one pound for pound in their given time. I just think Canelo just has a size advantage. He's quote unquote struggled against bigger fighters. Crawford was 147, moved up to 154, fought one time, and now he's going to 168. He's not going to be the bigger fighter unless he really bulks up, which that itself could be a double-edged sword. Because one, he's going to be stronger, but two, is he going to be slower? Is he going to be used to fighting at such a heavy weight? I feel like he should have fought at least one fight at 168 just to really get a handle on all the weight and how he's going to feel. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. I don't think there's going to be a knockout, if I'm being honest. But I think that Canelo's going to win.
He's only 34, but he's an older version of himself. And you see this a lot with guys as they age. You see less and less knockouts. Manny Pacquiao in the main event tonight. He used to be an offensive destroyer, stopping everybody. And then he got a little bit older and he stopped stopping guys. He still hurt guys, he'll drop guys, but he would go the distance more and more. I think we're seeing that with Canelo, this version of Canelo Alvarez. But he's still a true 168-pounder. He's still got very fast hands. He's very explosive. He is a good puncher. He knocks all these guys down, so obviously he has the respect to hit bigger bodies. He's fought as high as 75. So he's definitely going to have that size advantage. A guy like Crawford is coming up so many weight classes. And it's not like he's coming up from his first weight class. He's coming up from his third, fourth weight class, and then he's jumping weight class. So the size difference is going to be there. They got different size structure, like body structure, their bones. Crawford's got to be really careful, even getting hit on the arms and the shoulders and the hips, where we've seen Canelo actually damage guys. Think of the Callum Smith fight, was punching him in the arm. So really deaded that left hook, which is his best weapon. So that's where that comes into play in terms of the size. Even though Canelo isn't that knockout puncher like he used to be, or a guy who gets stoppages, he's still much bigger and he can still punch.
Anticipation has skyrocketed. Fans and analysts are dissecting every angle from stamina to strategy, knowing that this fight has the potential to reshape the history of boxing. Interview media coverage has been relentless, and Las Vegas already feels electric. This isn't just another fight, it's a collision of legacies, styles, and eras. Every round will be a test of greatness for both men.
Feel like was beneficial?
No, he worked his team. He's very similar to Crawford. He switched guards too. He's fast. And he's a pretty good fighter, so I work really good.
Saturday, September 13th. The world will finally find out who is truly the best. Joe Rogan and his team have analyzed both fighters closely, describing Crawford's approach as calculated and methodical, also reflected on boxing as a whole. Comparing this bout to everything from celebrity fights like Jake Paul versus Tyson to headline matchups like Crawford versus Canelo, Rogan noted that while hype often surrounds big events, the action sometimes falls short, raising the question of whether this fight will truly deliver.
The size difference.
I think people is underestimating everything about me, but that doesn't matter. We got to fight here Saturday, and all the answers will be answered that night.
Right here at the Blue Lives Theater at the Fountain Blue. That's where the party starts, everybody. No, Bomac taking a long time to get up here, brother.
Who do you think will win when these two warriors finally clash under the spotlight? Share your predictions in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns of the biggest fights in boxing.